Okay, doing a video on my version of Bulletproof Coffee. And as you can see right there, almost everything is in the picture. Okay, that's everything in my Bulletproof Coffee. So I have probably about 2 good tablespoons of coconut oil, a good healthy tablespoon of organic butter, a wonderful sugar substitute called stevia, and this is equivalent to 2 tablespoons. I'm sorry, it says it on there somewhere. Yeah. 1 packet equivalent to 2 teaspoons of sugar, and it's right there, if you can see it. Okay, so this stuff is actually pretty potent. I mean, in a regular sized cup of coffee, I generally use half of this. If I have a cup of tea at night, I'll use half of this. Okay, this is a big mug. It's like a 16-ounce mug, and I'll sip this throughout the morning until I have my first meal around 1 p.m. Okay, so you're basically skipping breakfast. You have this, and even if you drink this down quickly, and I mean, I don't mean like guzzle it down, you don't have to coffee crash. And I think that's a function of both the coconut oil and the butter, because it kind of releases the all that the caffeine in a coffee kind of gets this like slow release into the to your system. Okay, and you don't have that coffee crash. So, but the idea is when this is used in conjunction with intermittent fasting, meaning you don't eat anything after a certain time at night. So like if you say you have your last meal around 8 p.m. and if you're in the state of ketosis, you don't have the cravings. Okay, so you're not fighting with this all night, like needing to go to the fridge and get something. I mean, you could have a snack here and there, but I'll have a couple of a few black olives, something like that, something that's just like fairly healthy. Walnuts, I love walnuts, but I could go too crazy with them too. So I kind of measure those out, and I'll have some of those. They're delicious, unsalted shelled walnuts, and I'll have those sometimes with something called cacao, but that's a whole nother thing. It's kind of like a raw cocoa that's unsweetened. But small snack like that I don't think is bad. But a lot of people on this diet, they say, oh, don't have anything, just have water. And then in the morning you have this, and you have your first meal at 1 o'clock. And yeah, it works. I mean, you do the test strips with the keto strips, and you test see if you're in or out, and you find out that you're in. The stuff works. And you know you're in because, especially if you're not craving the foods and stuff like that. So, and what I noticed is that while I didn't eat in a while, and you kind of, you've been in a habit of like, oh, I didn't eat, I better go eat. And it's just like, I don't have to eat. This is the amazing thing. It's just like, wow, I went like 5 hours, and I forgot about food. It's amazing. I mean, I'll have my water. I drink this also. This is the first thing I do even before I do the coffee. I'll do that. I'll get up in the morning. I have this, and it's basically an organic lemon squeezed into spring water. And basically, that's my first thing. I hydrate in the morning. Then this is my first meal. And my second meal comes around 1 p.m. And that's when I'll have a hearty, I'll call that breakfast, okay, because I call it that because I have a couple of eggs and some peppers with it, sometimes some baby bella mushrooms sauteed, and I'll put that in there, and it's a really delicious breakfast. And and then I'm good until, and again, I'll forget about food at that point. I have my salads that I pre-make, and these are mason jar salads. And I do basically create them like an assembly line. I save the glass jars, and I'll get seven of those once a week and just set up an assembly line, make my salads, put all the good junk in there, all the best stuff on earth in my salads. And every day I just have a salad, and it's one of my meals. So that's usually my second meal. I'll usually have some chicken with that, though. Okay, I'll cook up some chicken, but I can just eat the salad and be satisfied. If I just eat that jar of salad, dessert might be, I guess, like a few tablespoons of cottage cheese, and it's great. So that's it. Bulletproof coffee, tablespoon of butter. This is my take on it. I've seen people use a lot more than what I use. A tablespoon of this, 2 good tablespoons of organic coconut oil, stevia, and you'll also find that on people talking about something called MCT oil. MCT oil comes from coconut oil, so it's derived from coconut oil. It's definitely more potent. I haven't tried it. I've heard some good things and bad things about it. The stuff will definitely keep you regular, and I'm talking about the MCT oil. I don't feel the need to have it. If I'm in the state of ketosis and if I'm in where I want to be, and I'm going to be doing this every day, probably, indefinitely. This is my new lifestyle. It's not a diet per se. Um, I use a lot of coconut oil, so it's just I don't feel the need for MCT oil, and just kind of like am buying these androgynous ketones. They're very expensive. No secret. I mean, if you keep just what you plan to eat in your fridge, that's what you're going to eat. Okay. If you have stuff that, just in case, you're going to eat it. So if you're going to have peanut butter and junk around, saying, oh, I'll just keep that just in case. No, you're lying to yourself. Okay. Because the first opportunity, as soon as you start craving the carbs, you're going to go for it. Okay. The trick is not to have it in your pantry, not to have it in your refrigerator. Um, just don't have the carbs. Just buy the stuff that you're going to eat, that you want to eat, that you know. Don't shop with an empty stomach. Wait till you've had this and then go shopping. Um, so when you do your groceries, don't buy what you don't want to eat. So that's it. Hope this was helpful. Bye.